Welcome into Mornings on Main Street. It is a Thursday, October 27th edition, and we are so glad to have you with us as we have a fantastic show ahead. Going to be a great day here in Middle Tennessee as you take a look at downtown Nashville, Broadway, 5th Avenue. Looking above me, hey, Justin.
What up, Chris?
What's up?
That's so funny. It does look like you're looking up at me. We kind of have similar colored backgrounds as well.
We do. This is a you're in prison now too. That's so cool.
I know. I just knew how much fun you were having, so I had to join you.
Well,
Prison's great.
Man, what a beautiful day! It's so nice out today that there's glare on the downtown camera there. How about that?
No, that's true. It looks like a bunch of spider webs or someone got mad and punched it.
Yeah, spider webs. That would be ironic today, considering our thumbnail.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're talking about this guy.
Yeah, that's so funny. Local positive vibes. We're vibing here on
all of the
Main Street. And man, it really is such a great day. And I am so excited because we're getting closer to the weekend. We've got high school football tonight. It's across the mid-state. It's going to be we've got state
big games
are going on right now. A little Sumner County, Murray County action this afternoon at 3:00. Merrill Hyde and Kulick will do battle for a spot in the state finals. It's just going to
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Yes.
Sorry.
It is going to be a fantastic day here in Tennessee, and we can't thank you guys enough for hanging out with us. We've got a ton to get to today. Obviously, we'll get to our top 3 stories here very shortly. We just kind of put out a new. It's not. I don't know if it's a regular show or how often it's going to air, but Devin O'Day, who does Main Street Today, is putting together this new kind of cooking kitchen segment show that she released it yesterday, and it was just so cool. And I wanted to show you guys because down here in Murray County, I know sometimes I get a little Murray County centric, and I don't mean to. For you folks in Wilson County, we've got Wilson County news today.
BDP.
We do, but Amber Falls Winery, which is has the tasting room at Opry Mills Mall, is actually in Murray County.
Oh, how about that?
The actual winery is in Murray County. So it's a fantastic place. If you've not been down here, you should definitely go, but don't even bring your cell phone because once you get there, there's no service.
You actually take it?
I mean, you once you're there, you have to just enjoy the day there. Like you can't.
Exactly. No Twitter.
Can't reach the outside world. But it is a fantastic place, and I want to show you guys a little bit about that. So Devin's Table, we'll show you an excerpt from that and show you how to actually go watch the entire show. I know you're going to want to. We've also got a report from Tommy Bryan. He visited with Jared Hall last week. Jared Hall, the Lebanon Blue Devil, big-time Power 5 basketball recruit. So his recruiting is going to come to an end on Monday when he announces where he's going to go. So looking forward to that because, everybody's kind of like, hey, Jared Hall, where's he going to go? And it's a big deal. So that announcement will come on Monday. And I'm wondering if we could get somebody out there to go live during that announcement. That'd be really cool. Other than that, we've got our normal stuff, National Calendar Day, traffic, and of course, every day we bring you the weather.
Today's weather. Pull up this awesome graphic that Chris made. Today's weather is brought to you by, just like every single day, Roy Meat Service. Nothing beats locally sourced meats, and you can always count on Roy Meat Service for the best steaks, ribs, and chicken, all at a reasonable price. The staff is fantastic there. They'll help you match your taste buds with their fantastic menu. And if you want to reach them, you can give them a call at 615-227-2583. Visit them in person at 605 South 19th Street in Nashville, or go online and look at their photo gallery featuring everything I just talked about. It's fantastic. See the inside of the place. It's great. And you can visit them online at roymeatservice.com. That's roymeatservice.com. The weather today is high of 66, which is cold outside a little bit. Humidity is high, which I don't get that. I always thought it had to be hot for it to be humid, but I guess that's not a thing. 37, 0% chance of rain, UV index 3 out of 10. That's your weather for today. What is 80? I don't get that. It's not humid out though, Chris. What are we doing with that?
You know, humidity is a weird thing. I don't, I'm not really sure, um, but I guess it has something to do with, maybe if we had a barometer, we could
That's true.
we'd have
Man,
more
I had one.
ideas.
What did I say was a barometer?
The wind,
Who knows?
no, it's the air
The-
pressure. Um, I just,
right.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Makes sense.
how does humidity work? I don't know, but I'm not sweating, so I'm okay.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like I go outside and it's not sticky out.
So
Like you can't.
I'm good. Like it could
So
be,
humid.
it,
Yeah.
it could be 100% humid as long as it's not hot.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care.
Would you
I don't care what the humidity's like as long as it's not hot.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, 1,000%.
So, anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a good day today. Sunny and 66 seems to me like a really good, like that's a solid. It's cool enough to kind of walk outside and I've got this little light fishing shirt on and it's cool
Yeah,
outside and so I don't have to worry too
you're
much.
comfy.
It's a good day. It's a very comfortable day. I mean, I'll
Right.
take
Get out there
sunny and
and
66.
woodwork. Yeah.
Today's a
Get out
good
there and
day
fix your
to today is a good day to chop some wood for those cold nights. Like chop some
really pull
wood.
that lumberjack out of yourself.
Make sure you're wearing your buffalo
About your
check
trees.
flannel too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's take a look at traffic.
Let's do it.
Traffic is brought to you, of course, by our friends at 54, a Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. They're a proud partner with the All of Us research program from the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting the website joinallofus.org/50forward. On 24 westbound coming in, we have a multi-vehicle crash that was reported just moments ago. Uh, the westbound left shoulder is blocked, so I don't know if you can see that. Um, there. Have you got any chance that that's the traffic you've got pulled up? I don't think it is. That's the
Sorry
junction.
about that. Yeah.
It's fine. It's the 4024
Spacing out
junction.
there.
That's exactly where you're going to find some traffic. Yeah, 24. It doesn't look like there is a camera down there, so
I gotcha.
that's unfortunate. But obviously, you see merging delays in all the normal places this morning. We've got merging delays at 40 and 440. We've got merging delays at 65 and 24 eastbound. And then it looks like everywhere else is kind of clear. Now, the downtown loop on the south side is experiencing merging delays, but everywhere else seems to be okay. We've got some delays up at the up in Germantown, but nothing major. So if you are downtown, then you should be good to go for the most part. Just got to get there. So
That's a good sign off line.
you just got to, there you go. You should be good to
Exactly.
go. You just got to get there.
Sorry, I'm not good at like navigating these waters here.
No,
When you say like 65 going on to 40 or whatever you had said, I need to be better at that. I can get better at that. I'll learn.
well,
It's on the building.
there are a lot of cameras on 40 for whatever reason, but none on 24, which is interesting to me.
That is
So
weird.
if you
Maybe
go
trying to hide something.
if you go south a little bit there, you can see like there's just there are no cameras down there for whatever reason. Anna.
Yeah, Glencliff get no
There it
love.
is. I tell you, you can see 24 there. You see where it's backed up. See, check that out right there. Let's see if that's the crash right there at Harding Pike. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we've just got slow moving traffic there.
Right.
Interesting. Well, either way, there is traffic there. So try to avoid the area. That's the best I can tell you.
Can't help you out. We can only give you knowledge.
It's like I was talking to Mo Patton this morning, my co-host on Main Street Sports today, and he said, "I can only write it for you. I can't read it for you." So,
Right.
I mean,
One of my favorite sayings is you can bring a horse to the water, but you can't get the water to get in. You can't drink the horse.
that's
So
exactly that, and
I
that's
tried to do like the George Bush thing.
yeah.
You can't get fooled again.
You can take the horse to water, but you can't drink the horse. No, you can't
Can't
drink
make
the
it
horse. As a matter.
take a shower.
Speaking of horses, though, that is that kind of plays into one of our top stories today. Looking forward to that. So we've got today's top three
Segway.
stories coming up right after we take our first break here on Mornings on Main Street. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll be right back after this.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're gonna have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, and personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. If you've lost a spouse or a parent and want to make sure your inheritance is utilized and does not just disappear, I can help with that. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email eric@rockcastlewealth.com.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with the tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Today it is here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We are so grateful for you guys being here with us as we come to you each and every weekday from 10 to 11 with news, information, interviews, all kinds of great stuff. And I don't just say that because it's us. I really believe that Main Street Media is bringing you the most comprehensive and complete news coverage around Middle Tennessee, no question at all. And we are just here to highlight some of those stories. We
merely the conduit.
Yeah, we obviously don't get a chance to, talk about all of the things going on across Middle Tennessee, but we do try to pull out, the most exciting and interesting stories. And hopefully you will take the time to subscribe to your local Main Street product whether you be in Hendersonville, Gallatin, Dixon, Lebanon, Portland, or down here in Murray County. We've got you covered from Portland to Loretto, from Lebanon to Dixon, and everywhere in between. So
Got your back.
we do. And so with that said, we will bring you today's top 3 stories. You see there that Winona has announced that the country music legend will headline a history-making concert at Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University next Thursday. Tickets go on sale today on Ticketmaster. A portion of those tickets will benefit the National Alliance of Mental Illness in Tennessee. The concert, The Judd's Love is Alive, the final concert, will recreate the Judd's 1991 farewell tour for a special televised event to be aired on March 2023 on CMT. It will mark the largest concert to take place at Murphy Center since Judd and her mother Naomi had their final show together there over 3 decades ago. The event will also serve to kick off the Murphy Center's year-long 50th anniversary celebration, which is really cool. Obviously, we're blessed that Winona insisted on coming back to Murphy Center to bring a conclusion to the Judd's run, said Andrew Ottman, Vice President of Marketing Communications for MTSU. We couldn't be more thrilled to launch our 50th anniversary celebration with such a significant event. It really harkens back to our days of hosting events that are very similar to this. So for her to bring to conclusion to the same place where in 91 they formally left the road so monumental and significant. Winona's current tour mates, Ashley McBride, Brandy Carlisle, Kelsey Ballerini, Little Big Town, and Martina McBride are also slated to join, sharing the same bill for the first time ever. Additional special guests are also expected to be announced. Judd announced the concert during an intimate press luncheon at Fox and Lock Restaurant in Leapers Ford. Stepping on stage at the Murphy Center for the first time since December 4th, 1991 will be so surreal for me. It was an emotional night over 30 years ago, and it will be an emotional night for different reasons now, she said. I can't wait to lean into the nostalgia with the artists who have made this tour so special and recreate one of the most iconic nights in Judd history. I'm going. I don't care what it takes. I'm going. Tickets are only like $35. Now
That's a steal.
You can get tickets for, $150 if you want to get closer to the stage. But seriously,
that's awesome. Gotta go.
Dude. The Glass House, Winona, Ashley McBride. Are you kidding me? Yes, please. Martina McBride. No relation.
She gonna be there?
Yeah.
Really? Interesting.
I'm in. 1,000%. I'm in. So
I'm trying to think of a pun for Winona, but I feel like it'd just be disrespectful.
No, just
like why
just
no? If I would have known. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah. Winona's fantastic, man. She really is. Hey, funny story. Did you know that she and Mo graduated together at Franklin High School?
No, I did not know that. Did they
True
know?
story.
Like, did they hang out?
True. Oh no,
Did they hang out
They
together?
weren't exactly in the same side.
Oh.
He was. She was.
Right.
She was. Doing her music thing. But it is interesting.
Right.
We'll stay in
Yes,
country.
very.
Music. How about that? I love
Let's do
this
it.
lead, by the way. Ken Beck. Jay Wilfong wasn't born in a barn. But he'd be glad to let you spend the night in his. You can even grab a bite to eat and maybe get up on stage and sing or pick a bit. The entrepreneur operates Starstruck Farm, where he has transformed 16 stalls into horse stall suites inside fabulous 10 to 11,000 square foot structure that was once country music star Reba McEntire's horse barn. How about that?
I've seen that. Passed that a million times on the way to Gallatin, right?
Yes, that is exactly where it is. And I've been there a couple of times, and it is really cool. So Wilfong said he lived on Academy Road and drove by the farm for years and saw how beautiful it was, and eventually got it in condition to buy it and negotiate a deal on it. I thought there was a lot of potential in it, and I actually bought it without knowing what I was going to do with it, he said. And he's Wilfong is a Wilson County resident and has been for 24 years. This farm is on the Sumner Wilson line. He bought 46.
Real quick.
Do what?
Sorry, real quick. Just the fact that he woke up one day and was like, you know what? I passed this place enough. I'm just gonna buy it.
He kind of looks like Charlie Daniels too.
He really does.
So it's in there.
In the glasses. You know what? He deserves it.
He absolutely does. So he bought the 46-acre farm and a 7-acre lake beside Reba's old house in 2019. The barn has 16 stalls with 8 stalls on each side. And so he never really got into horses. And he was like, well, why did I buy a horse farm? Here's what we're going to do. So he converted the 16 horse stalls into Airbnb lodges, and he calls them horse stall suites. They each have a big screen TV and a bathroom.
I think I've seen those. They look like little like metal tents. Kind of.
I don't pull up Main Street Nashville.
All right, one second.
If you pull up the Main Street Nashville page, there's actually the story is on there, and there are several other photos that I didn't put in here, and it may be easier for folks to kind of understand what we're talking about here, because this is and look, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I'm just going to be honest with you. So
yeah, for sure.
They took the riding arena and they made basically a concert venue. They have live music in there and a projection system with hold on here, a really nice sound system. Mm-hmm. So I think that's super cool. If you know, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's really neat.
Absolutely.
All right, let me share my screen with you, and I can show you guys kind of what we're talking about here. It is, again,
dude, this guy's got to be related to Charlie Daniels.
All right, do you see it there?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a picture of it from the outside. This is what it looks like on the inside. Now they have a kitchen inside there, so they actually serve like a really nice breakfast to everybody. You just sit down. It's kind of like a hostel, but with your own room.
Right. You have to go work on the farm after.
No, you don't.
You get up at 5 a.m.
That is him on stage at.
He plays the guitar.
He does. He actually worked for Gibson. So this is what one of the inside of the rooms looks like.
Super haunted. No, I'm just kidding. Totally joking.
And that is one of the outside. I hope that's not just the outhouse, but
pretty. If it's the outhouse, it's a very luxurious outhouse.
It is. So they actually operate as a venue for weddings, corporate events. They can hold up to 200 to 225 people inside the arena, but you can actually get the whole farm, and it'll accommodate like 3,000.
Wow, I wish I knew that many people.
So Wilfong, who's 71 years old, was actually born in Willow Branch, Indiana. Population 100. So yeah, how about that? And
that's awesome.
That is an A-frame glamper, which Wilfong described as a combination of camping and staying in a nice little vacation type listing. So it's basically it's glamping, is what.
Bro, okay. So when we would pass, me and my dad would pass by this area and see the tents, and he'd be like, "That's glamping." But I'm not going to lie to you; I had no idea what that meant, and I thought it might have been a derogatory
glamorous
statement.
Camping.
Okay,
glamorous camping.
Because I was going to say that earlier, but I was like, that might be a slur.
That's exactly what it is, though. There's an RV area, an outdoor stage called the Wedding Tree, 6 acres of a vineyard that he's hoping was going to produce wine in the future. He also plans to open the Chuck Wagon, which is a buffet-style restaurant, and that's going to open in early December. Now, currently, they serve a country-style breakfast in the mornings for $10, and his J. Leon Italiano kitchen serves pizza, lasagna, spaghetti, salads, and hickory smoked barbecue from 5 to 9 on Tuesday through Sunday. On Fridays, this is incredible. They actually have an open stage session with some of the best studio musicians in Nashville that goes from 7 to 10 every Friday. There's no admission charge. You can get.
I think you cut out a little bit there.
The
Hello.
buffet.
You sound like a robot.
With music.
Hello. Are we losing you, Chris? Connection is on. Kind of. Well, I'm going to assume that you were saying that they get together and they have a big show and tell on stage. Folks, I'm assuming that's where he was going with that. I'm just kidding. Oh. There he is. Chris, you there? Well, I'm going to go to a break. We're going to go to a break, everybody watching. Here we go. And then we're going to come back. We're going to try to get Chris back on. And then we're going to play you a video from Devin's table. Oh, is that him? Hello? All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? So, yeah, we'll be right back.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links. Hey, this is George Plaster, and I'm excited to announce that the second annual Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night is going to happen Monday, November the 28th at the Hermitage Strike and Spare. The 3 charities that will benefit are Last Minute Toy Store, Martha O'Brien Center, and Stars. And our intention is to get them that money so it can do the most amount of good at Christmas time. Now, here's where I need your help. I need you to sign up to play in the most fun charity event you've ever been involved in. Imagine 64 foursomes with 64 sports personalities in the area. As a single player, it's $200. If you get a foursome, it's $800. And what I want you to do is reach out to me via email, plastergeorge@gmail.com, and we'll get you signed up and get you ready and raring to go. Again, that's plastergeorge@gmail.com for a night you will never forget.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
At Sumner Funeral and Cremation, our mission is to serve families as our own, celebrate the life of their loved one, and help begin the healing process.
My whole family, including my wife and my mom and siblings, were very happy with the treatment that we received. I would highly recommend Sumner Funeral and Cremation.
We offer funeral, burial, cremations, and pre-planning services.
Sumner Funeral and Cremation. Traditional, affordable, dignified. SumnerFuneral.com.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Amber Falls, Amber Falls.
And we haven't even drunk anything yet.
I know. I'm grooving to Amber Falls. Did you know the people from Amber Falls Winery are from Louisiana?
Well, no wonder.
I know. They just decided that, I always say one of the things that I always am a big proponent of is grabbing your passion. Just get on with life and make sure no matter what you're doing, what age you are, do something that you're passionate about. They left Louisiana in their retirement years and started a winery in Hampshire, Tennessee. I didn't have any idea how well wines and grapes grew in the state of Tennessee.
Yes, we are hitting the map these days. There are a lot of places people only think of California, maybe Washington State, but Tennessee is holding their own these days.
Tennessee wines are incredible. And if you want to go to Hampshire, Tennessee, you can actually stay there. They've got an Airbnb that you can stay right there in the winery.
So we're going to take a little basketball turn here with the show tonight. Jared Hall, Lebanon High Blue Devil, class of 2023, with us. Thanks. And again, sorry to drag you away from the meal, but Coach McDowell said, hey, Jared's downstairs. We can get him up here. This is a busy time for you, isn't it? There's a lot going on for a guy that's being recruited like you are. Visits, coaches coming to watch you practice. How hectic has that been?
I think it can get hectic just depending on how you look at it, how you manage it. But through the process, I think we've done a decent job of keeping it all together, scheduling everything, making sure we know where we want to go, how to get there, time, stuff like that. So with the help of Coach Mack, my parents, so it's been pretty good.
It would be great if you didn't have to go to class during this time, but you've got school going on, so it kind of keeps everything in perspective. You got it. Were you part of the ACT bunch the other day?
Yes.
So you take your testing and you got some basketball workouts going on. There have been coaching staffs that have come to watch you practice. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we kind of had the same thing last year, so I kind of expected it again this year. I knew how to be a little bit, but it hasn't played too much of a like impact with school. They all know when I get out, what times they can come, like workouts, like Coach Max informed all of them, like texting them times, kind of what we'll be doing that day, stuff like that. And then I haven't really had a problem with calls during class.
Good.
Maybe like one or two, stuff like that. So.
Well, I will not put you on a spot and get you to list your top 3, top 4, anything like that. But what I do want to know is, what are you looking for in a future home to go to school, to play basketball, and to get on with that next phase of your life? What are you looking for?
I think it's kind of just a place where it's like a big community, kind of like what we have here. Everybody supports each other. Somewhere I can play free, kind of like how I played growing up, not pigeonholed because of my size, stuff like that. Just coaches that want me as much as I want to be there. That's really
the flexibility as an offensive player. How do you see yourself? A really big guard, a attack 3, a pop out 4. How?
I'd say a wing, pretty versatile, can shoot, score, and then with defense, being able to guard 1 through 5. I think, especially in high school, obviously in college might change 1 through 4, 2 through 5, something like that. But offensively, being able to handle, pass, shoot, I think it all helps to make it kind of like characterize it as a wing. So
you're still in the weight room. That's going on. Are you consciously thinking, I need to get a little bit bigger, I need to work on upper, lower, anything, or are you just maintaining right now?
I think now it's more of maintain. I'll probably try to add a couple 5'10" in the next 2
Well, you hang around with me, buddy, and I can put some weight on you. I know how to do that.
But ever since our season ended last year, and then obviously we did track, after that I kind of hit the weight room pretty hard, like 2-3 months, all the way to the summer. I took a break probably about 3 weeks, a month ago.
Yeah.
Kind of just get ready for the season. But it's been a factor for sure.
I saw you at Spring Fling. Track was fun for you, wasn't it? Kind of a whole different thing. You still going to do that?
Yes, I think I will. Kind of made a promise to Coach Freddie. He bought me some shoes, so I told him I couldn't just take 1 year and then not use the shoes for next year. So I got them waiting for season.
All right. Hey, thanks for the visit.
No problem.
Enjoy your meal downstairs.
Yes, sir.
Jared Hall, class of 2023 with Lebanon High with us.
And that's Cajun for the joy of life. Amber Falls Winery invites you to share our family heritage and to experience the fruits of our labor. We take the best that nature has to offer and give it our own special touch to create award-winning wine crafted just for you. Enjoy them in our underground tasting cellar or ask for Amber Falls Wines at your favorite liquor store. Amber Falls Winery, Hampshire, Tennessee. We'll bring out the Cajun in you.
Lots of times I get questions, when should I take my feeder down? Grandma told me that I need to take my feeder down at Halloween or by October 15th, because if I don't take my feeder down, those hummingbirds are going to stay and they're going to die, they're going to succumb to the cold. Well, I'm here to tell you that Grandma was wrong. No amount of food will keep your birds here during the winter, unless they decide to stay because they can make a living. And what I mean by when I say make a living is that they can find nectar and they can find insects and so on and so forth. But most birds will depart when their hormones tell them to go, and they will head down into the Yucatan Peninsula. However, if you choose to leave your feeder up, you might be one of the lucky few who get one of our western birds. We have 16 species of hummingbirds that call the North America home, and 15 of them are west of the Mississippi. And those are the birds that are known as our winter hummingbirds. If you choose to leave a feeder out, you might get one of those vagrant western birds. And it was long thought that these birds might be lost, or that they were sick, or that there was something wrong with them. But by banding them and following them for near 40 years now, we've discovered that there's nothing wrong with these birds, that birds are efficient, And if they can come to Tennessee or Alabama or Mississippi or Louisiana and they can find nectar and insects, why go all the way down in the Yucatan Peninsula and chance that migration journey? So you can leave your feeder up if you choose, and you might get one of these birds. This is called a rufous hummingbird. He is our most frequent winter bird here in Tennessee. He is known as one of the feistiest of the hummingbirds. He's a little bit smaller than a ruby throat, and he commutes annually between Mexico and Alaska. He makes one of the longest flights relative to body length of any bird in the world. So you might
I didn't know spoons had a lot of detail. Well, there are a lot of different kinds of spoons. You know, teaspoon, tablespoon. A lot of people know that, and you know serving spoons. But we're going to talk about spoons and how to get them looking this good too.
Yes, and how to take care of things that might be family heirlooms. We're talking about getting ready for holiday tables or entertaining any time of the year. And you want to make sure when you bring out your nice stuff that you're taking good care of it so it lasts for the next generation as well. We want to be able to pass it along, right?
I love it.
That's a Southern thing.
It is a Southern thing. Know how to entertain.
So tablespoon and teaspoon, you hear that used a lot in cooking. When you hear that in a recipe, you want to get a true measuring spoon. You don't want to use a spoon like this because there's so much variety. You know, this teaspoon might look totally different than a spoon that's like this, which is a similar teaspoon size, but it's not an actual teaspoon. So there can be too much confusion. Just get out your measuring spoons and use that for your cooking.
Yeah. You don't cook with these.
No.
Don't even be tempted.
No. Don't cook with these. That's not what you do. All right, so let's talk about the difference between stainless steel, silver plate, and sterling silver. So stainless steel is the American go-to for everyday stuff. Snag it, grab it, and go. It can still look really pretty, have a lot of nice decorative things on it right here, but this is stainless steel. It feels a little bit lighter, a little bit different. Stainless steel feels different than silver plate. And then you move over and you've got silver plate. And this would be an example of silver plate. It feels a little rougher than the stainless steel, which feels very, highly polished.
And that's like silver over stainless?
Silver over another base metal.
Okay.
Typically, if it's English silver plate, it might be over copper or brass or something like that, but plate would go over it. And the thicker the plate, it will say on the back, ESPN. And that means extra fine silver plate.
ESPN's a whole different thing for our sports listeners.
There you go.
We had it first, y'all, in the kitchen.
And then you move into the sterling silver. It's going to feel heavier, and sterling will always have a mark. It will either say sterling, you might see a lion's head, or the shape of a lion on the back, or you might see 925.
Yes, that's the number I always look for, yeah.
So anything other than 925, it's not 100% sterling silver. You might see 800 sterling or 800, but that's not official true sterling silverware.
So when you're buying sterling silver, maybe you're going to one of the social media apps and you're going to Marketplace or one of those things, and they're saying that it's sterling and it's not. If you look and it doesn't have 925 or the lion's head, don't pay for sterling if it's not sterling.
Yes, and the other thing you can always look for, in addition to the lion's head, if it's British, you can see the different numbers or letters that you might see, or a maker's mark. So you'll be looking for that. So now that we've talked about that, you never ever put sterling, even though they tell you can put it in the dishwasher. Please don't put it in the dishwasher. Use it and wash it immediately. If you let food sit on sterling, it can immediately pit or tarnish the sterling. So that's the one thing. You might leave your plates till the next day. but go ahead and wash your sterling silver if you're using your nice sterling. Silver plate, you have a little more leniency. You can have it for lunch and then not wash it until supper. And this you can leave in your dishwasher for however long you decide to let it sit in your dishwasher.
That's why stainless steel is the go-to.
Exactly. So we talked about the different kinds. Now let's talk about the different shapes and what they're used for. So I thought this would be fun, thinking about holiday stuff and different things you could use it for. So soup season is upon us, and you will see a lot of people when they put out soup spoons, they make a mistake and they put out a teaspoon that doesn't hold enough spoon for someone like me. I really want
hate that.
more on that. So if you're going to use a traditional one that you already have in your drawer, use a tablespoon as your soup spoon for that. If you're going a little more fancy, you're going to go into one of 3 different types of spoons. You're going to either have your bouillon spoon, smaller. You see, it would just hold mostly broth bouillon.
Yeah.
Or a cream soup spoon, which is a little deeper and a little bit bigger. So that's your creamy tomato or your bisque or something like that. Exactly. And then for my good Louisiana girl here, we have the gumbo spoon.
I love it. That's the kind of spoon I want right there.
It can hold up to something a little bit harder, that piece of okra or that piece of sausage. Chili. You got it. So
for those upscale chili nights. I love it. It'll hold your Fritos too.
Absolutely. 1 corn chip garnish.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, and then we'll come over and let's talk about some other fun spoon shapes, just because we can.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a sugar spoon, or sometimes called a sugar snifter. It has that. You can sprinkle your sugar through it.
Okay.
So you scoop it and then sprinkle. This is a jam spoon. I'm sorry, this is the jam spoon. I'm looking at them saying different things. And this is the actual grapefruit.
Oh, it's got a little point on the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and then this is a jam spoon, and this is one with Bakelite. This is one of the early acrylic materials that started being produced. So these are really kind of highly sought after. This never goes in the dishwasher.
No.
Ever. Because it'll
Don't
crack
ask me
it.
how I know. It does. It cracks it, and it'll completely come apart. So don't put them in a dishwasher.
So this does have kind of a more pointed head like this to get down and get the jam out, but it's a little different than the grapefruit spoon, which is meant to get out one statement.
Okay.
Okay.
Here, how many of you knew that there was a grapefruit spoon? I didn't.
This is the Demitasse spoon for when you have your fancy little coffee to go along with your fancy little chili with Frito on top.
Demitasse, those cute little teacups too.
And this is a fancy, come on Devin, you can get it. You put it in a glass of cold ice.
Oh, iced tea?
Iced tea spoon.
Okay, an iced tea spoon.
And check it out. It actually has a straw that is part of the spoon. That's pretty fun.
You probably work with just some sangria too with some Amber Falls wine too.
You got that right.
Yes.
All right. Now this is a lettuce spoon. You use it when you're doing a salad. It's got those prongs that you can reach down there and get that lettuce with it.
Oh, I love it.
Berry spoon. These typically have berries embossed in them, and they come as a set a lot of times.
A berry spoon. I didn't even know they made such a thing.
Yes, indeed. And then we'll go on to our serving spoons. So this is a typical vegetable spoon for serving vegetable dishes. So your peas and beans and that sort of thing. Then here, this is called a basting spoon. So if you would be serving something that you wanted to put gravy, au jus over, this is your basting spoon. And then last but not least, this is a serving spoon. And this, the longest guy on the table, is a rice spoon because you always wanted people to have extra rice.
There you go.
So that's the shortcut lesson in different spoons and how to take care of them.
I love it. And what's your favorite silver polish?
Elbow grease.
Elbow grease in the right kind of cloth. What kind of cloth?
You want a very soft cloth. You want nothing that scratches because silver is a soft metal. It's not as soft as gold, but it is still soft and it will show every scratch. So I like Wright silver polish, so I use Wright silver polish and a sponge and elbow grease. A lot of people don't know that if you polish your silver and use the Wrights and it looks really good, you're almost done. You're not done yet. You want to wash it with the non-dishwashing liquid one more time to make sure none of that paste is on there.
Okay.
Because if the residue of the paste dries on there, it's almost impossible to get it off. So once you polish, you still have to wash and dry. And then when you beautiful silver.
Yeah, you don't sit it around, you know. Look, you're going to the commercial. Look, I can see myself.
Yes, you
You got that's what you want. This is Deb's table, and Sylvia's table to Know Your Spoons. We'll be right back. And it smells so good. We're going to feature the Amber Falls
Blackberry wine.
Oh, man.
We had a taste of it before when we were just enjoying it, and then it got the wheels spinning.
Yeah.
How can I use it for more culinary purposes as well? Because we talked about you should never cook with a wine that you wouldn't want to drink.
Yeah.
So we certainly wanted to drink this wine, so now we're going to cook with it. And it lends itself really nicely to something sweet. And it's that time of year for
cranberry sauce.
And you can get cranberry sauce in the store, it's fine, but it's something that's so simple to make at home, and you should just walk on the wild side every now and then and experiment with something else.
That's right.
Couldn't get any simpler. You get 2 bags of cranberries, just 2 of the 12-ounce bags of cranberries.
And they are tart. They are tart. I will tell you, cranberries are tart.
Yeah, this is not one you want to snack on before it goes in the pot. You will have a very sour face. But you just get some beautiful, of course I always like getting organic, but if you can't find organic, use regular cranberries. Put those in a saucepan. You want one that has kind of a taller spot. You don't want one that's very flat and wide.
Yeah.
You want an actual pot. Put those in. Put in about half a bottle of Amber Falls Blackberry wine. And then your favorite, of course my favorite is the Green Door Blackberry Preserves.
So preserves, you want some pith to it. You want some good stuff.
Yes, if you just put jelly in it, it's going to be a much thinner product. And so you want to use jam or preserves if you can find them. This is a 9-ounce jar. If you like a little bit more blackberry flavor, because cranberries aren't your thing, add a little bit more of the blackberry.
Oh my gosh.
And the wine and the jam are already going to be sweet, so you don't need a lot of sugar. So you could put in about half a cup of sugar, and it would be just perfect. I like cinnamon. I put in, if they're big, I put in 2. If they're small like this, I put in 3 cinnamon sticks. It goes in the pot, turn it on, let it boil, and just let it start cooking down.
Oh my goodness. And but you don't cook it high. You just let it simmer.
Yeah, you just bring it to a boil and then turn it way down.
Okay. To a boil, turn it way down.
And then using a spoon, and we're going to talk more about spoons, but this is just a wooden spoon. And I like to use a wooden spoon because it's non-reactive in the pan. It's not going to, cause anything going crazy.
And what does that mean, non-reactive?
So different metals react differently with different foods.
Okay.
And so a lot of the bigger spoons that you find are aluminum.
Oh,
and aluminum and enamel can react with certain foods, especially if they're acidic, aka wine.
Oh, okay.
So in order to make it not taste kind of minerally or irony, then I like to use wooden spoons. I'm an old Southern country cook. Give me a wooden spoon.
That's right.
I keep people in line as well as make a good dish. It's all good. So, and I just kind of stir this around, and this is going to cook down. And you can see it's been simmering for a little bit here, but as you go through, you'll see that as it cooks down, you'll see a little layer, a little rim of it right there on the pot. And you're going to cook this to the consistency you like. If you like a really thick sauce, continue to just let it simmer. Slow and low. You can let it go half a day or more. Just watch it, stir it. Make sure you're stirring every now and then so nothing is scalding, nothing is sticking, and you'll know.
Right.
I like mine a little more loose, not runny, but a little more loose because I want it to kind of meld in with my dressing and my turkey and everything else. Where if it's just sitting there, it's like, Also, when you put this in the refrigerator, it's going to congeal up a little bit more too because it gets cold, and the pectin will set when it gets cold.
because your preserves have pectin, and so that's your thickener. That helps as the thickener.
Yes, so you don't have to go and add anything else other than that little bit of sugar to bind it. Some people like brown sugar, a little more robust flavor. But I had this handy, and I wanted to use up something I already had handy, and so we just use this. You want to grab?
I do, because the taste of it. The taste is in the tasting.
And you know, Devin, I always love to just keep a little container of spoons out by where I'm cooking. So they're handy to taste, because you can't cook unless you're tasting the food. So just grab a fun little glass that has a good memory for something for you, and keep some spoons handy out on the counter and cook away. It's good?
No, it's great. Half a bottle of Amber Falls blackberry, 2 bags of cranberries, a 9-ounce jar of the blackberry preserves from Green Door. I'm going to say that, and a half cup of sugar and 3 cinnamon sticks. That's all it takes. Low and slow. That's what we do here at Devin's Table. And you have your great. Oh, this would be so good on a turkey sandwich with some Havarti cheese.
You gonna make me one of those?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go find some turkey.
With some yummy bread from Green Door. That's the way we do it. Yeah. We'll be right back.